Natural beekeeping, the way forward for British beekeepers. Define natural, well, some people say organic, some people say sustainable. But I find these words are usurped by people with agendas, I'm sorry to say. Natural beekeeping is a good idea, in the wrong place at a bad time. In 10 years' time, it'll be forgotten. That's my thoughts on the matter. I could stop now, but I won't. Recently, Bristol, that's where I come from, had an evening where members had short talks on their choice of hive. We invited the local natural beekeepers. To my intense irritation, they gave the best presentation. As president, my job is to thank all. To my shame, in addition to appreciation, I expressed the hope that they might return in 5 years to report on progress. Alas, the winter of 2012-13 left them without bees. No one should be surprised at this. In nature, the loss of swarms in their first winter is in excess of 70%. Managed bees are slightly less than 30%. So, the big question to me is, where is this natural environment? If I look out of my window, and probably yours too, I see no sign of it. The hand of man is everywhere. It's all been altered. I haven't seen a wolf, a bear, let alone a woolly mammoth walk by at all. My point is, the bees will join them if not managed and assisted. So specifically, habitat, the hollow tree of course. They're all gone around my way. Hollow trees are easily cut down, so it's a danger to passing traffic. Hives are managed, they're all right, but otherwise the bees go down chimneys. Now then, my neighbours don't like bees down their chimneys. I know some of you may well love them. But I can tell you that a neighbour of mine with honey running down their fireplace wall was not at all pleased. And it took me a year to get the wretched things out. So I'm not talking on that item. So, let's go on to forage, shall we? Forage is much reduced these years, we know that. In Manley's day, around the time of the Second World War, he would put down 40 colonies and he very pleased and do all right. If I put 40 colonies down, I'd have to feed them, no doubt about it. So, this is reduced by agriculture, modern agriculture. Hedges are slashed, lawns are mown and treated for weeds. Weeds are lovely, aren't they? Weeds, I like weeds. I like Japanese knotweed and things like that. So, reduced by overpopulation of colonies is another problem. This is where I do have a big beef, I'm afraid, with the natural beekeeper who likes to encourage swarming. Swarming does, I agree, cut down disease. But alas, it increases the prevalence of bees in your neighbourhood. Now then, Leslie Bailey, who many of you will have heard of, talked to the Central Association of Beekeepers back in the 60s. And he worked out that basically the optimum number of colonies per square mile was about 1. I think he exceeded that myself. So basically, you're producing lots and lots of swarms. I mean, my bees are suffering a bit. There's not enough food out there for them. So kindly stop it.
Put some off in that.
And then there are people, of course, saving the planet by keeping bees. This increases the number of colonies as well. Save the planet, the bees will be all right then. That's my message to them. They've got it the wrong way around. Disease and exotic predation. Well, what can we do about this? We could manipulate, we can use biometrics, we can treat with chemicals. I do. It depends what we mean by chemicals, doesn't it? I eat chemicals. On my fish and chips, I put salt and vinegar. What do you think of that? And it works very well. Our responsibility here is to other beekeepers. If we keep bees, don't look at them, just let them get on with life. They can spread disease. Good beekeepers get diseases, and bad beekeepers pass it on. I, needless to say, by now you understand I'm a commercial beekeeper. I do it for money. I have no shame in that at all. But I do look after my staff, and that's important. Right, pollution. Oh dear me. Pesticides, fungicides, yes, I'm not going to talk about that. It'll be bad enough. My earnest and entreaty to you is aspire to be a bee master, or probably more truthfully a bee manager. Anyone can keep bees for a while, often to the detriment of others, themselves and the bees. That's all I've got to say. I'll sit down now and take abuse. Thank you very much.